Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late. If you're here, log in and yell at me. Thanks, Mags.
Okay.
Bye.
Call me after. Bye.
If you're here with me, check in. I'm now posting on Facebook. Okay, let me see. Facebook. If you, hey Jamie, you can't with me tonight? I did not forget, the system needed to reboot. I didn't expect that. I had to get Magni back on the phone. So it has been a mission. So no, I'm here. I did not forget. I just had a whole lot to do. I'm explaining that in a moment. I'm going to put a post. Okay, post. And let me go to TikTok. I'm getting everything together, guys. Sorry, I had to do a reboot. And I didn't. I had a reading tonight. I had a session tonight that held me up. TikTok. And let me plug in to TikTok. And put this in here. Okay. Live. Go live. Boom. Hello, everybody. Hey, Tina. Hey, Jamie. All right. I'm now live on TikTok, too. So, sorry, guys, for getting late. You was about to come. Magni was, too. I love y'all. Thank you for worrying about me. So, this is what's going on. I had a reading tonight at 6 o'clock, and it ran over. And then I'm packing because I'm leaving for Las Vegas in the morning. Well, not in the morning, in the afternoon, which I haven't even checked into my flight yet because I've been so busy. And take these off. And I'm going to teach a class there, so we'll talk a little bit about that too tonight, since we're going to be talking about mediumship this coming next few weeks. And then we'll get into some more spiritual things. So thank you for joining me. I'm sorry that I'm late, but when I logged on, then it wanted to reboot the whole system. Then I had to log in 3 different places. It took me a long time. I had to get Mags on the phone for a minute. So thank you for joining me. Let me do the intro really quick just to get it out there. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Touch Eternity Podcast. I'm your host, Sid Patrick. We're going to continue with our series on talking about mediumship. This is going to be 10 weeks. When I'm done, I will be doing just some intuitive things because everything's packed. So let's talk about that a little bit. So really, really excited because right around the corner, I'm going to Vegas this weekend to work and to teach psychic awareness and energetics, a little bit of energetics. And right when I get back, I've got to work a couple days and then off to the Touch Eternity 2026 Sense Healing Cruise. Out of New Orleans with speakers, myself, Jill Mercer, Trenny Simmons will be there. Unfortunately, Misty will not be joining us for personal reasons, but very good reasons. We still love her and sending her lots of love and energy and hoping that everything moves forward for her and her life and her career. So I wanted to get that out there as well. So last week we talked a lot about reading styles and those type of things. This week I want to talk a little bit about the senses, and this will help those who are going on the cruise because we will be doing some sensing exercises on the cruise. I have now got a complete layout. I do recommend that if you're coming on the cruise, bring a notebook and a pen to the classes because you're going to need it. I'm not giving a lot of handouts. There will be a few that you will get, but mostly it's going to be a lot of lecture and a lot of practicing doing things, practice sensing and being able to connect with things. And we're going to do a lot of fun exercises with mapping. And then we're going to have, of course, have the healing portion towards the end of the cruise where we will actually be putting you on a biomat and allowing you to experience the sensation of laying on a heated crystal infused mat and receiving a healing, and showing how to explain how healings work and teaching you how to connect spiritually in that meditative state and give healing to your loved ones. So we're going to talk a lot about those things that will be what's being taught on the cruise. Hi Zeta. Zeta's coming on the cruise. So like I said, notebook and pen on the cruise. Come join us. All right. I can breathe now. I've been just really busy, folks. Like tonight, I got delayed because I didn't finish my readings like 7:15. The clothes that I had to put away and pack for Vegas, I had just finished in the dryer. I had to get that done. I had to take out my trash and all that kind of stuff because tomorrow when I leave, I'm not coming back until Sunday. So I had to make sure all that was done before I logged on, because then when I logged on, of course, the system needed to be rebooted, and then everything had to be had to be logged in, and it's like 3 different spots to log in. Yes, Zeta, I'm okay. I'm very okay. Okay, so anyway, and I just went to the doctor and had all my labs done. I'm doing wonderful. All my labs came back really good, really, really good. So I'm doing well. Okay. And I finished course 7 in school, so feeling really good. Now deciding if I'm ready, if I want to start course 8 now or wait till I get back off the cruise. I'm probably going to wait till I get back off the cruise. But anyway, or I'm just going to start it and then push everything out past the cruise that I'm going to turn in. But anyway, so thank you, Jamie. Anyway, so I want to talk tonight more about the spirit realm. I want to talk a little bit about what happened to my light. There it is. I want to talk. I thought it looked a little dark. I want to talk about the spirit realm. I want to talk a little bit about the connection, and I want to talk a little bit about raising vibrations. One of the people that joins us a lot here online, I don't know if she's here tonight, or she may have passed through and didn't see me on, so maybe she didn't log on yet. But I have one of our people who normally has just lost a very close family member. And one of the questions that was asked to me was, how do we get them to connect to us? What are some of the things that we can do to keep that loved one's memory alive and keep that connection going? And so, I want to let her know that there are many ways. I text through a few, but there are many ways. So memories, memories of that person, good, loving memories, not the negative. Remember, when they cross, they only take love with them. So I try to tell people, try not to focus on the negative memories, focus on the positive memories. Focus on thinking of, places y'all have been together, or if you are sharing, if you're going on a trip somewhere where maybe y'all have been before with this person, think of them, bring something that belongs to them with the trip. If you have a bunch of their things, maybe take a little token with you and say you're going to the beach, maybe bury it in the sand in the beach and say, I know you really liked being here, so I'm going to put this little memento of you here. And whenever you go back, just kind of go back to that area. You don't have to dig up the memento, but just wherever you place the memento, and maybe say a little prayer, or just start thinking about some good memories that you had with that person in that location, and that brings their energy closer to you. And you're likely then to see some what we call ADCs, some after-death communications. So again, those are just some simple things you can do when you lose someone, in the home. I don't want you. You have to try to move from your grief, because when you're feeling that pain, it's hard for them to get close to you. So you may not see the signs they're leaving you. But if after usually after the first week, you start, the signs will diminish if the grief is strong. So try to, think of good memories. Maybe put up a little altar that you might spend, even if it's just 5 minutes a day with, instead of doing some prayer work, or just thinking of some fond memories that you've had, or just sitting there looking at it, these things will help you. Oh, my service isn't great tonight. I'm sorry, Glenda, that your service isn't good. Well, I got on late anyway. Might have been why, because I had things to do. But anyway, so these are things you can do, and they can hear your thoughts. You don't have to say anything out loud. You can, but they can hear your thoughts. Thoughts are energy. And one of the things I'm going to teach on the cruise is how to create a thought form so that you can send that energy or send that love or send that healing to someone. So that's one of the things that I am going to be teaching on the cruise when we get to the healing portion, is not only identifying areas and being able to sense things with the body and using the pendulum on the body. I'm going to be also teaching you how to create an energetic thought form. And so especially if you're having like a bad day, or if you feel like life's been a little negative around you, you may want to create a thought form first. Create a thought form to send the negative energy away, then create a thought form of positive and love and energy that you can put onto the person that you're working with. So, I will teach that in the class as well. And that's been around for a long time. I learned thought forms long time ago. And it's just something you do with your hands, and it helps build energy, and then it helps you send it out. It helps you. It's like prayer. It's like sending that prayer out to go do that healing, or go help that person through a rough time, or just send them some comfort. You can send comfort in a thought form. You can send somebody comfort if they're having a bad day, or they're having troubles in their life. Send them some comfort. Sometimes love, there are many forms of love. And sometimes comfort is what someone needs, knowing where they can feel support around them even when you're not there, when they can feel that warmth, when there's no one there. You can actually send that to someone. And so we're going to talk a lot about those things, in the classes on the cruise ship. As well as we'll talk about it here, but I won't be demonstrating it here because I can't, because I'm here and you're there. So anyway, that's just one way. And then other things are, I tell people altars are better than keeping everything somebody belongs. You do have to show that you're moving on with your life, but you keep them in it. So eventually you have to get rid of things, or box them up and put them away. Maybe hand them down to someone else who, like if it's clothes, handing them down to someone, that's good. You don't have to get rid of them, but don't just keep them just there doing nothing. The more active things are, the more you're going to experience with this person that's on the other side. So know that, okay? If we get higher, everything is packed for me right now, but if we get higher, I will do some numerology with you guys tonight. But I have to see more than 15 people logged in, and that might be hard because I came on late. So I tell you what, I'll knock it down to 10. If we get 10 people, but I can see 10 people have joined, I will do that at the end of the night for you. And I see Jamie is rocking and rolling on my hearts. I love you, girl. So those of you who joined me on TikTok, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for last week I didn't even make a penny, but I'm okay. The week before I made $1 something. So y'all were good. Y'all have been good to me. And if you're on Facebook, please send some stars. I don't know what that's about, but if you can, that would be great. Anyway, back to my friend, our friend who comes on here who lost someone very close. Those are ways you can keep their energy alive. When they come for when it comes for a holiday, a birthday, or their birthday, fix their favorite meal that day and eat it. You don't have to set them a plate, but you eat it, to bring back that memory. That's an energy, and that keeps that keeps that person close to you. So those are the things that you want to do. I'll tell you a cute little story, not a cute, it was a tragic story, but it has a cute meaning. I had a client in Texas whose brother and girlfriend were shot by the other girl, by the ex-girlfriend, and killed both of them right in front of the children. And so the sister took the children, and this guy was kind of a jokester. So every holiday she'd buy them a little joke or do a joke with him in his name. and just to keep him alive. That was a great, great thing to do. And it just made them think of their dad, you know. It made them think of their dad when he wasn't there. And it kind of helped them. So these are just things you can do to keep that energy in the present, to keep that energy next to you so that they can give you signs, so they can leave you those coins, so they can, you know, send that butterfly, so they can send that blue jay or that robin or that hummingbird, or all the things they do, send you a feather, you know, all those things they do, send you coins, heads up or tails up, whatever, you know. So these are the things, these are how you get those things, is by keeping that memory on the other side alive. And when mediums work, and since this is about mediumship, we see those things. We'll see the coin, we'll see the feather, we'll see a bird, we'll see things that make us say to you, pay attention to this ADC. You know, pay attention. You know, and people have, I mean, you know, when you cross, it's not, I need to say this because a lot of people think like when you cross to the other side that it's, you know, oh, it's all heaven and everything is beauty. Well, it is a very loving, warm feeling, is what many people who have had near-death experiences come back saying, is that the feeling of the love, most of them don't want to come back because it's so strong. But again, when they go over it, when they do things here, they will come across with their personalities, and that's for recognition purposes. That is so you can recognize your loved one when they're doing, you know, when they're trying to come through to you. They will do things that you can relate with to them. So an example might be if someone, you know, was someone who had a bird feeder, you might start seeing a certain bird that doesn't go away because in life they had a bird feeder, and so they want to make sure that you understand that connection. So when they send something, it's usually something you will understand. You know, if they were a penny pincher in life, you know, they were very, very frugal, they might send a penny, you know, versus a quarter, okay? So they will do things so that you can relate to that, like that, you know, it's them. You know, you absolutely know it's them, and they will create something to let you know that it is them there with you. So I wanted to get that out there because, like I said, I don't see her on tonight. And I don't want to say her name, but if she now and then she comes into the live. But like I said, I think they buried him yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. The person that passed in her family, that was very, very close to her, and she has been. I've already talked to her once, but I'm meeting with her next Saturday, actually. Oh, I am well, Wendy. I am very well. Thank you for asking. I was on late tonight because my system had to be totally rebooted, and that took some time. Hi, Yvonne. How you doing? So I wanted to talk about that. And for a lot of people, so I also had a very close, I think I told you this last week, I had a very close relative that died last week. And unfortunately, this weekend I'm in Vegas teaching, so I won't be able to attend the funeral. But you know, only time I go to funerals is to support the family. I like to be there for family support because I don't need to go to funerals. I can connect to them without going to the funeral. I can do my own thing, you know. And this is someone who I'm very close to, who passed away a week ago, and I'm okay. I mean, you know, you gotta understand that I look at death different than most people, just because of my experiences in life and the things that I've done. I understand the act of transition, and so I hope that more people can find that peace or that happiness, and just understand that this is just part of life, and that we're all going to transition. We just don't know when. You know, and some of them hurt because they're closer to you, and it's the physical loss. And so we'll talk a little bit about grief. I used to do a grief circle, and I'm going to tell you something that's a lot of fun. We used to do a grief meeting once a month at my home in New Orleans, and we would do a different activity every month, and it was like a gathering to talk about the way we handle grief, the passing of many loved ones. And I really, really enjoyed our Christmas. We had a Christmas session we did. We got some glass and clear plastic ornaments and decoration stuff, and we put pictures of our loved ones who passed inside and decorated them with things that reminded us of them. And then when we, for Valentine's Day, for February, when we had the grief group that month, we had made Valentine cards for our loved ones and for each other, and talking about our journey to our peers that were there about our grief and our grief process. These were very, very open and welcomed exercises, and people really got a lot out of it, being able to express and talk about how they feel, because grief is a selfish response. I know a lot of people like to hear that, but grief is all about you. It has nothing to do with the person that died. It has everything to do with you and your connection to the person that died. So, and that's really hard for a lot of people to kind of understand sometimes, but it's how and what grief is. The amount of grief you feel is also can be measured. And I can't say this anymore because I don't grieve like I used to grieve, because of being a medium and doing the things that I've done and the things that I've experienced in my journey into this. But what I can say to you is a lot of people grieve either from love or guilt. It's really weird that it's one or the other. Like, you will grieve hard if you really are in, like, you really like that love. That grief is that love just coming out because you want to feel that love connection again, and it's not there in the physical anymore. But what I've done, so for me, I also made that love connection to the spiritual. And so I just transitioned my love for that person from physical to spiritual, and start celebrating them and having memories of them and thinking about them and doing those things. That's what keeps me connected to that love. And you're welcome, Melissa. It will help you. Once you understand that they're not gone, only their physical shell is gone, they still can communicate with you. And it's about creating that language. In the meantime, things can happen around you to make you think of them, or things that might happen. And the more open you are to it and you're not afraid of it, because remember, if it scares you, they're not going to do it. They're not there to scare you. They're there to connect with you. So in my house, when the glass goes sliding across the counter, that doesn't scare me. I'm like, oh, okay, hi, who's here? Let's talk. Okay. When doors open and close, or I hear footsteps coming down the hall, I don't get scared anymore unless I see something physical. Then I'll get scared. I'll be, shooting them or something. But if I just hear, I hear footsteps and I can tell they're in the house, or I see something that's, sometimes I'll see a big, big energy ball movement or something, or if I hear something like somebody talking or giggling, I know when it's spiritual and when it's not. And I said, those things don't scare me anymore, because I've grown used to them from doing this line of work and traveling the world and studying many cultures and being able to see different phases of mediumship and connection to the afterlife and understanding spiritualism and those things. It has helped me tremendously. So what I do when someone I love passes is I shift that love from physical to spiritual, and I start thinking about them more. I start doing little mementos. I might put up their picture somewhere. I might keep something that belonged to them in a closet or something. Tina says, maybe consider doing a pre-grief class. I've done that, Tina. I actually had done that. And like I said, it started out really good. Then it just went, people after a while just get busy with other things. I probably will do a lecture one time when I'm in New Orleans, and it'll be by donation. I'll just have people come, because I really don't charge. I didn't charge for the grief classes a whole lot. It was just like if we did arts and crafts for that, then everybody might pitch in $20, and whatever people pitched in, I think it was like $20 a month. Whatever people pitched in, we spent it. How many ever people came, I would have the arts and crafts to do it. I'd go buy it and purchase it. We'd make it. One time we all went to lunch. So everybody had put up their had paid their. I took everybody to lunch, and we went and had lunch together, and we talked about grief and did things. So again, I did that for a few months, but then it got down to it started out with about 12 people, and then we got down to like 3 people towards the end, and it was then people were going out of town and stuff. So I used to do it once a month. I will probably do a grief class, and again, it's whatever it is that I charge for it, it's because I'm purchasing something for it. So if we do an art and craft, like when we did the Christmas ornaments, I had to go out and buy all the glass ornaments, all the plastic ornaments. I had to go buy all the decoration, the fuzzy cotton stuff to go inside of them, and the pictures and all the beads and decorations and glue, and and so that everybody could create their Christmas ornaments and all the twine and stuff to make it so they could hang them on their trees. It was really nice. Like, we made some really cool ornaments. That was probably my most favorite class, was the Christmas one. The Valentine one was nice. I made little Valentine baskets for everybody, little candy things and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. And we each made cards for each other, and then made one for our loved one, and we each read them out loud, things we wanted to say to them, when they left us so quickly. So that was real fun. So I will probably do one. I probably will done. I can tell you the next thing I have coming up, and I don't know if Jill Mercer's on right now, but it's going to be Jill and I. We're going to be doing, and if Misty wants to join us, she can too. She's got a very busy schedule, and with work and all, so it's really if she's up to it. But we're going to be doing a gallery, a mediumship gallery. That's going to be it's going to be $20 for a ticket. But if you in the Orleans Paranormal Social Club, your ticket is free, because we want to give back to those who joined that club. I want to give back something to them, because we were doing really. We had all these plans. We did a couple of things, but then people just stopped. Coming together and creating things to do for the old group. So I want to make sure people got their money's worth. So Jill and I are going to do a mediumship gala, and we're going to invite anybody that wants to come. But if you can show at the door, if you show your Orleans Paranormal card, you'll get in free to the gallery. Well, thank you, Tina, for that. Yes, I might eventually need a home. I will, Melissa. It's going to be posted on my Facebook. I'm gonna put it on Facebook. I haven't picked a date. I was going to try to do it the Saturday before we went on the cruise, but then I thought that's not a good idea, because we're going to be packing and getting ready to go and having to load everything. And I'm seeing clients all that day, because it's the only day I'm in person in New Orleans is going to be the Saturday before the cruise, and that's when I'm seeing clients, because that's the only day that I'm going to be in town. I got to see, Turney and I may do a group, because I think she's coming in Friday, so we may do something on Friday evening, like a gallery or something on that Friday, Turney and I, and then Saturday I'm seeing clients, and then on after the cruise, one weekend when I'm in New Orleans, Jill and I'm going to post it, is going to do that gallery. And it's going to be, like I said, $20 a person. If you belong to Orleans Paranormal Social Group, it is free to you. And it's us giving back to the group. So we want to do that. And we're still going to be doing some things, like, I'm really not part of the group anymore since I came to Mississippi. But I don't know if Misty's held anything since I've gone. I know that Dina has taken over the financials. So anything that we had collected, it was handed over to Dina Lally, who's in the club. So she's the new treasurer. So I don't know what they're doing with that, but I want to give back something since I was part of the club and now I'm gone. So that's going to be that gallery. So I want to make sure that people get something for what they all pay $20 for the year. So I want to make sure they get at least that offered to them. Can you send me the info? Yes, I can do that. And let's see, sent you. So right now my house is still available. It hasn't sold yet. We thought it was going to sell quick. It's taken its time because the interest rates jump back up for a bit. They will come down soon. And when they do, we'll probably sell it then. Yes, so that's what I'm doing now. I do know that we are going on some things. Like I know we're supposed to be going to the Marie Laveau house. I don't know a date yet. We're still trying to work that out. I am trying to plan a night at the Myrtles. Anybody's welcome, even if you're not in the Orleans Paranormal Social Club, you can still come because the more the merrier, And so I am going to be doing some fun things. And I'm just going to leave it up to whoever wants to come, come. You want to come? Come. You don't want to come? Don't come. I'm good. I'm good. You know, right now with the way the economy is, it's just hard for people to like really stick to something they plan. I've noticed that since the economy started, you know, getting a little crazy. So what I'm basically doing is I will do an event, or I will do something. If you come, you come. You don't, you don't. That's okay. I'm not. If I do an event now, it's because I want to do the event. I'm not. Or if people come to me and say, "Hey, I got this group of people," I will do it that way. But I'm not doing a lot of things other than galleries or just doing readings at my house. You love the Myrtles, Tina? You know, I'd like to go find someplace really interesting. Like I'm trying to arrange something for a weekend, because right now all I can do is weekends. Like I can leave, I come on a Friday, I have to be home back by Sunday night. So you know, I got to plan things just weekenders. So I'll be doing a couple of things here and there, and I hope that you guys can join me on some of those journeys, okay? Because that's going to be a lot of fun. So again, I got to get back to my mediumship. So one of the things we're going to be teaching is a medium's role in an investigation. That's going to be on the cruise as well. Understanding what is it that a medium does. How do they sense? How do they feel things? Can they feel history? Can they feel paths or patterns or things? So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be going over on that as well. Yes, every day is a weekend for me. I wish, Tina. I wish. I got to tell y'all, my job is challenging. It's very overwhelming. It's a lot of stuff, but I love it. It keeps me busy. It keeps me moving. My days fly by. Like I get in there and I'm in meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting, interview, meeting, and then where'd the day go? It's like, wow, it's already time to go home. So, Melissa, the Stanley is like one of the least haunted places in Colorado. It does have its moments. It has its things, but there are so many. If you talk to Trenny or you talk to Tracy Schuler, who sometimes will join me on these lives, she can tell you they've got places that make the Stanley look like a, you know, like a kiddie park. So there's a lot in the Denver area. There's a lot up in the mountains, like in the mines and stuff. There's a lot of really good stuff. Like you get really like Trenny once had a broom following him down, following him down the hall, like walking. They had, you know, things like things moving and shifting and lights popping on and off. I mean, there's a lot of places with activity, and even if you go to where they had the school shooting there, I think it's Columbine, or they had the school shooting there. Hey, Daphne, you can go there, and actually, if you run like the recording, and you play it back, you'll hear gunfire, you'll hear the kids screaming and stuff. Still to this day. Daphne's there. I don't know why, but when I saw the 2 words that you gave me, baby rooster, the first thing I went to was up here in my heart. So I don't know if that means something that's heartfelt or a heart thing, but that's the first thing that hit me. I'm just going to be real with you, what I sensed. I also... get a feel of absent, like not like the drink absent, but absent, like I'm not present. So I don't know exactly what that means, but I want to say that to you. Hey, Mary Fernandez, I probably need to give you a call. So anyway, what's good news is Las Vegas is, we still got a couple seats in the class, but my sessions there have sold out completely. I think that there may be one 30-minute session left for the whole weekend. Everything else is booked solid. We have a decent sized class, but I think there are still a couple of seats open. It's met more than my minimum to travel, so I'm glad about that. So Vegas is going to be a good weekend. I will be teaching psychic development. We'll be going over the 20 basic things in psychic development and giving you the basics and giving you a resource book, and in teaching and working with you in the many forms of divination, as well as understanding the significance of colors and numbers and astrology and spirituality and herbs and candles and all those things. It's really a good class. It's a long class, but it's all built around psychic development. It's my beginner psychic development course. I'm going to be teaching that in Vegas. And then I'm going to cover a little bit of energetics with them as well. I'm bringing the dowsing rods and the energy stick and that photo that freaks everybody out. I'm bringing all that to Las Vegas with me. So anyway. So I've been, since I've been sitting here, I've been getting something. It's a gentleman that comes through, and as he comes through, I think that there's been a new baby born into the family within the last year, or someone's pregnant right now. Like there's definitely a baby involved in this person that passed family. He is male. He's been bothering me since I was talking to y'all. I also think the month of October is significant with this person. Okay? Does anybody understand that information so far? He comes across to me, as he presents to me, like a brother or a good friend or uncle. He comes to the side. So I need to say that. Does anybody understand that? If you do, just say yes. If you don't, that's fine. I'll move on. But this person's been sitting on me for a while I'm talking to y'all. So I wanted to get it out there. It's definitely a gentleman. It's a guy. He comes across to the side. So for me, that's going to be significant other, sibling, significant other, male sibling, significant other. There's a recent baby that was born into this family. You understand that, Delisa? Okay, so this person's been sitting with me, and one thing, do you understand the month of October too? Is that significant for you? Is that a birthday passing either for him or for you? Or because he brings that up as well. One thing he wants me to tell you, and why I think he keeps bothering me, and if October doesn't mean anything, that's fine, but what he makes me want to say to you, it's time for you to sweep or clean up. You got to get rid of some people around you. There's people that needs to move. So I want you to start looking at your friends and the family and people who are being negative around you, because he keeps showing you cleaning up, like cleaning house. He keeps taking a broom and he keeps moving it. Oh, baby was born today. Okay. And his birthday is tomorrow. Okay, cool. So this is probably him. Okay, there's also something about October. I don't know what that's about, but there is something about October because he did bring that. But he wants me to say that. This is time he just took a broom and he's sweeping people. And he's saying that these people have to move or have to go. I don't know if you understand that, but that's something that he's been bugging me with since I've been sitting here. So I do need to say that to you. Okay? I want to say that to you. And I also think that this person passed from two different reasons. I don't think there's something about two, like either two illnesses or two things that was maybe an accident. I don't know how he died. He won't give me that yet, but he keeps saying I passed for just two things that caused my passing. So I need to say that to you too. Okay. So I do need, you understand the two, Delisa? Okay. Thank you for validating that for me. But he's been bugging me since I've been sitting here. So I wanted to get it out and just to let everybody know that happy birthday. He's still there. But he's taking the broom and he's like he's trying to tell you to clean house. There's things you have to move, get moving. Okay, and I'm gonna leave you with that because I really don't read on these things, but this guy has just been sitting with me, and I'm just like, okay, what do you want? What do you want? Okay, all right, sweetheart. Anyway, Again, I apologize for being on late tonight, but like I said, I had to reboot the system and it's still not completed. I have to go back in and reboot it before next week again. And, but I will do it before next week so we get back in. Let me see the time. Oh, it is, and it's after 9. So, guys, I'm not going to be on past 9 anymore. I am going to go back. As soon as school's over, I will go back and finish up the bedtime stories with Sid. I'm on the 1970s, I believe. I'm going to have to go back and check. Or 80s. No, I think I'm in the 1980s. I'm sorry. I finished the 70s. I'm on the 1980s. So I'll get back to bedtime stories with Sid, where y'all get to see me in my robe for about 10 minutes and talking to you about some of the many things that I've experienced in my life. And so it's getting good. The 80s and 90s are juicy, and in 2000s are juicy. It's the first 20 so years that we did. The first 20 years are kind of boring, but after that it gets better. So thank you guys for joining me for that. Hey, Alicia. I miss y'all. I'm in Mississippi now, girl. I'm working in Mississippi and living in Kenneris and Mississippi. I have an apartment here and a house there. It's good to see you, my sweetheart. How's my little babies doing? Samaria's got to be big. She's got to be grown. Oh. Yeah. I left. I left the company we were working for and I moved on. So anyway, she's like, what? I used to work with Alicia, and I love her and her family to death. They're wonderful people. Wonderful people. Yeah, now I'm a redneck. Far from. Let me tease y'all with a story. I'll tell y'all a Mississippi story. I was in the Circle K, just got some gas. And I was in Circle K and I was checking out. And this girl was in front of me and she was way out there. And she was talking to the cashier. And I didn't know this. I think I might have told y'all. But anyway, if I didn't, I'll say it again. She was telling this guy behind the register that she learned that in Mississippi, you can't get married more than 7 times. There's a limit. And once you've been married 7 times, you cannot get married anymore in the state of Mississippi. So her mama, who's going on her 9th time being married, had to go out of state twice to get married. And she goes, but the poor thing about it is that the person one of the people she married was most of those times. She kept remarrying him. I was like, what? I was like, just live together after that point. But there's a limit in Mississippi at how many times you can get married. So remember that. I learned that in my journeys. Oh, okay, guys. So anyway, I don't have my cards because they're all packed. My symbology cards are packed because I'm teaching symbology this weekend. My tarot cards are packed because I'm teaching tarot this weekend. Oh, somebody said, Sid, you owe us a good drink. Yes, I do. You are right. I do owe you a good drink. I know I had y'all worried tonight because I got on late. I just been busy. And I got to be honest, I'm healthy. I'm very healthy. My cholesterol is too low. That's the only thing that came back bad was my cholesterol was too low. Everything came back normal. So I think I'm waiting on the doc to look at that and I haven't been on my cholesterol medicine for 2 weeks because of changing insurances and now trying to get it authorized through the new insurance company. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. But I did some blood work last week and my cholesterol it's too low. So I don't really need the medicine right now, I guess. But I've been still taking something that's similar to help with it. But it says, she goes, you cannot make that up. No. So anyway, so I'm feeling great. I look a little tired tonight because last night I did my machine that I have here that helps me sleep gave me problems all through the night. So it kept me up most of the night. But I had a lot to do tonight too. So I had a session tonight. I had closed it. I went and got I had to go get my nails did. We got a place here locally that does nails, and they serve wine and stuff. I didn't have any wine, but I had to hurry and get my nails done so I could my nails did so I can get home and see my client. And that's I was washing clothes, and then I had to pack, and then the computer crashed. But we good. So that's why things were late, folks. Anybody have any questions for me before I go? Because I'm going to go in a few minutes. And I'm so glad that a lot of you showed up tonight and supported the live, even though it came on like 20 minutes late. I apologize for that. That's why I will run over some. But I do need to get a good night's sleep because tomorrow is a busy day. I haven't even checked into my flight yet. I got to do that too. Let's see. They owe you, okay. They owe you a good drink for being able to show up. Yes, I owe everybody a drink. I got champagne in my fridge. I may need a glass tonight to make me really sleep good. Okay, so Tina says, are you sure that you are there in Mississippi for work? I am here for work, definitely not my health. Trust me when I say that. Because I have moved my primary care here, but like my cardiology is still in New Orleans. My wellness is still in New Orleans. You know, so I'm limited at when I can get back there because during the week I'm here. So I do see a doctor here, like a general medicine doctor I started seeing here just to kind of follow me, make sure that I can get my meds and those kind of things that I need. I'm glad you could get on too. Okay, so your husband wants to start hospice. So if you need some help with that, let me know. You know, we can talk about that. If you text me, we can talk about that. Okay, Glenda, if you want to talk about it, if you text me on Messenger, I can help you a little bit with that, and we can talk about it. Okay. Thank you, Tina, for worrying about me. I just look tired because I didn't sleep much, and and every day this week has been busy, like busy. It's like the days, like I get there at 7:30 in the morning, and it's 3:30, 2:30, 3:30, like at the drop of a like about an eye, and we're there. I'm like, okay, what did I do today? You know, it's like staying busy, and then to Monday and Tuesday I was there Tuesday I was there after 5:30. I was there, you know, to 5:30, and then I had to come home, and then you know I have to always fix food when I get home because I'm trying not to eat at restaurants so much, trying to eat more at home. Because my restaurant bill last year was outrageous. When the tax people said, they said, you don't eat out that much. I said, yeah, we do. Yes, we do. Mary's like, aha, knows a feeling. Yes, I bet you do. Good Lord. It's like, but you know what I like about it is the days fly. Like, you barely bat an eye. Like I have I think we counted 110 employees under me that I'm responsible for. It's a lot. So I know, you know, I'm doing a lot of HR stuff. I'm doing a lot of managerial type stuff. So it's really good. I'm really happy. I'm happy. I feel productive. You know, so that's good. And I've only been there a month, y'all. I've been there a little bit over a month and a few days. Like April 2nd made a month. So so far I've learned a whole lot. I got working to a lot of different programs, learning the back end, like what's in the back, like what's in how the systems are being built and structured in the IT area. Zeta, I'm gonna get some sleep. I promise. When so Vegas is I'm getting there tomorrow night around 9:30 Vegas time, which is about 11:30 this time, so it's kind of late. I am going to probably crash because I got to be at the shop that I'm teaching at for 10 o'clock, and I go for readings from 10 till 4 without stopping, and then I teach from 4 to 9 or something. No, I think is it 4? From 10 to, I think it's like 10 to 4, and I don't think I even get a break, and I go right into teaching till 9, like 4 to 9. And then Saturday, I'm there from 10 o'clock, and I'm teaching from 10 to 4, and then from 4 to like 8, I'm booked solid. And then there's Sunday. So I'll see if she what we do on Sunday. If not, then Sunday will be a sleep day, and then I get up and I fly home Sunday. My plane leaves at 4 o'clock from Vegas on Sunday, and I get home late Sunday night, and then I got to drive into, from New Orleans to Hattiesburg, because I got work Monday morning, and it's a payroll Monday, so I got to be there. Yeah, I got to do payroll for all those people. They won't get paid. Anyway, guys, any questions for me? Because I am going to log out. Because if you have questions, I'll stay and answer them for you. But if not, I am going to sign out. I will give you a couple minutes to see. Yes, Jamie, we're going to have a drink next weekend. Okay, well, I don't see anybody. Oh, here we go. If somebody wants something. Safe travels. Thank you, Daff. And then Tina says, please keep me posted about when y'all decide to go to KJ's again. So it's going to be, we're going to be going either the 17th or 18th of this month. That's right before the cruise. I kind of want to do it Saturday. I think my besties want to do it on Friday. I can do both nights. But I am going to KJ's because it's the only day I'm going to be able to go. The only time I'm going to be able to go this whole month. Because I've been traveling a lot this month. Now, after this month, I'm not traveling a whole lot. Like, I won't be traveling during the week. It'll only be on the weekends if I do. So I do need to say that. And soon, before I go on the cruise, I am going to post my May schedule for reading up. And I got to figure a way so y'all can see when it's going to be in person. Or if you want something in person, it'll be posted on my website, but you have to text me to book it. Because I have to fill you in my calendar if it's in person. If you want Google Meets, you can do Google Meets from my website. You don't even need to call me. You can just go on my website. You find a Google Meet session that's available, and you can log into it, pay for it. We'll accept it. We'll send you a link for you to be to have a reading. I will let everybody know if I go to the Myrtles. I will let y'all know when we go on to KJ's. The Wednesday before, I'll talk to the besties soon, and I will let y'all know if it's going to be Friday or Saturday. I know Magni can't go Friday. He can go Saturday. He's getting home late Friday before the cruise. So Saturday he'll be able to go. But I know we have people flying in for the cruise, that day. And some of us, I know some of my friends have to go pick people up from the airport and stuff. So we just have to see what the plans are. All right, folks. I don't see do you know Abby, who sings there? Abby sings where? At the airport? Oh, Abby who sings at KJ's. Yes, I know the name. Yes, I do know that name from KJ's. Yes. And Diana says, Sydney Chario, I was so nice meeting you on March. Oh, thank you, Diana. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, yes, they do karaoke. Yes, I know who Abby is. Yes, she sings a lot of times with this one guy. I know who she is. That's your niece? Okay, I have to say hello. I'll have to say hello. All right, folks. So the only day just real quick, I'll do some PR stuff really quick. The only day I'm available in person, if you need a session with me, is Saturday, the 18th of April. You can message me on Messenger. That is the only way. You have to contact me or text me on the phone number, and if you want an input that you want it in person. If you want Google Meet session, those are already posted on my calendar on my website. You can book it right from the calendar. Okay. So what you'll do is you'll go in, you'll pay for it, and then we'll send you a confirmation, and then I will, the day of the reading or the night before, either the day before, the day of, at least 4 hours before the session, you'll get a link that will link you with me on Google Meets, and those are readings that I do while I'm here in the evenings. All right, good night, everyone. I love you. Thank you for joining me on TikTok and joining me here. I will see you guys next Wednesday, and we will continue our stories, and I'll try to get some more fun things for you guys to get involved in. Talk to you guys later. Thank you, and good night from Touching Eternity.